Hi Khadija girl, welcome back. For the past few days, I actually went on a small vacation. Me and my husband, we just needed a break. I wanted to relax. I told him, like, even if we just stay in the hotel, I don't care. Like, I'm okay with that. We didn't just stay in the hotel, luckily. But no, it's nice to be back, and I'm happy to be back. I miss doing these. For those of you who are avid fans of Khadija, you may have noticed that I haven't been posting for a few days, and that's the reason why. I've been thinking about a few things, and I think they may be imperative or vital for you guys to be informed of them. So just I think it's a little too late for me to say like a little bit about myself, but that is what we're gonna do. When I was after I graduated high school, I went through a very bad time. A lot of bullying, a lot of isolation, and things like that. So much so that it affected my decision of where I wanted to go to university. Now, I studied in the United States, but I chose to go to a state where there was no Arab there, no Middle Eastern person. I was like, I just want to be away from them. Like, I just had a very bad reaction. Now, for the most part, I don't regret doing that. I think it was good for me at the time. But on the other side, on the flip side, it was bad in the sense that I was the only Bahraini. FYI, I'm from Bahrain. I was the only Bahraini. That meant that a lot of my dialect, a lot of my Arabic language, it went away. Even though once I graduated, I was very fortunate to get an internship working with BBC Arabic, which was in DC. We covered the presidential election of Barack Obama, which was an amazing experience. But I feel like because I was the only Bahraini, I lost a lot of my Arabic, and I feel like it haunts me to this day, in the sense of when I speak Arabic, people are like, "You're not Bahraini. You must be Moroccan. You must be, because your Arabic sounds so fake. You can't. You seem like you're stuttering. You seem like you're not qualified, but like this doesn't seem right when you speak Arabic." Now, just saying those words, I was like, damn, like that's harsh, and it's coming out of my mouth. But of course, I'm repeating what other people have said. Why other people have been like, okay, you can't do this, you can't do that because you're not good at speaking Arabic. Keep in mind one thing. I have been published as an Arabic newspaper writer in a big Bahraini newspaper company, which is no longer with us. And this is something that I'm proud of. Like, I wrote these words, and by the way, in high school, I won. I actually won an Arabic writing competition, like a story that I wrote, and I got first place, and I'm very proud of that. But I digress. Because up until recently, I have been working in a school in Bahrain. And of course, like, you have a lot of Bahraini students, you have a lot of Bahraini teachers and whatnot. Even these people may have been like, oh, like, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to do, I don't know what. But the point of this video is not so I can cry and get your sympathy. The point is the opposite. It's more like there have been so many situations which I'm sure they're not just exclusive to me and my lack of Arabic abilities, but it's more towards the line of if somebody, I'll just use the example of the lack of Arabic for me. People are like, oh, okay, like, you don't know, like, are you even Bahraini? You don't look it, you're not dark, you look, I don't know what. And so many comments like this come up, so many. And eventually, like, for me, like, I believed them. I was like, oh, okay, like, maybe I'm not worthy of being one of them, let's say. Even though I am a full, pure-blooded Bahraini. My family is Bahraini, my parents are Bahraini, like, it's like that. But strangers may not know this. And by the way, it may not be any of their business anyways. The point of me telling you the story is, no matter how many painful remarks you may receive about something you were born with, something that no matter what, you can't even erase it. It is a part of you. If there are people who don't believe that this is who you are, from my experience, just thinking back, I really wish I stood up for myself. I would have been like, okay, this is who I am. Like it? Great. We can be best friends even. If you don't, okay, nice knowing you. An even bigger point I'm trying to reach is, don't allow others to limit your abilities. Whatever they may be. If they walk, they're like, oh, ha, ha, ha. I remember, I went out with a group of new friends years ago, and they were all Bahraini. Then, but I remember my hair was lighter, so I didn't really look Bahraini. I don't know. I didn't look Bahraini. So they were like whenever they talk, like for example, let's say the topic was, there's a new car that Porsche has released, okay? And then they'd come to me, do you know there's a new car that Porsche has released? Versus في سيارة جديدة Porsche طلعوها. So they'd say that in Arabic first, then do you know there's a new car Porsche released? I'm like, okay, great, well done for Porsche. But I know and I understand that sometimes it can be so daunting and so frustrating how many times you can just try to convince them, you know what, I am like you guys. I know the language pretty well. I just prefer not using this language in things like these videos. Because like it's a not an issue, but like it's I can't even think of the word right now. It's like Arabic is not one of my strongest suits when it comes to speaking. Perhaps writing, but not speaking. Therefore, I try to avoid it as much as possible. During this process, I know my English has always been much stronger, much better. But again, back to the point, I'm sorry. The point is, don't allow others to frame you in a certain way. Just because you look a certain way doesn't mean you have to like be that. For example, if you're wearing skimpy outfits and you were a woman, okay? You're wearing like a hot top and a short mini skirt, and you're wearing high heels and you're going out to city center. Some people may think, oh my God, like she's I don't even know. But maybe in the end, this person may actually be a lawyer. She may actually be a yoga instructor who wanted a break from her yoga attire. Again, my point is, don't allow what others think of you to affect you so much that it may trouble you. It may affect your psyche so much that you may believe, okay, this is the only thing I can be, because like society or others or whoever may look at me this way. Therefore, I cannot live the life of my dreams. I cannot be the first Bahraini to be on Mars, which I've always wanted. But because others think this, no, I cannot. Don't let this happen. Please don't. We only have one life. This is your time. Live it. Do it. And don't allow whatever anyone may think of you stop you from doing it. I'm not telling you be nasty and go to them and be like, don't you dare talk to me like that. This may be something that'll work for you. That's your prerogative, but that's not the subject of today's conversation. What I want to say today is, from my own experience, I really, really regret how I've allowed so many people to maybe even walk all over me. again, over something I didn't do. Speaking in Arabic, as I mentioned, when I speak Arabic, some people may think it's as if it's fake. Some people, whatever the reason may be. But in the end, and this is something I've battled for many years. It's my tongue. It's the way I say it, and I can't change it. I really can't. However, now, even finally, when I finally accepted it, and I finally been okay with ignoring the comments that others may give me towards it, I'm at a point in my life where I'm okay with it. And if anyone has a problem with it, well, it sucks to be them. Whatever, you may have a similar situation like mine, whether it's Arabic, whether it's whatever it may be. My advice and suggestion to you may be to just move on with your life and don't allow this to stop you from achieving whatever dream you want. Alhamdulillah, I was able to become a published Arabic writer at this newspaper. Back in the day, even though I would get so many comments, people would be like, oh, we thought you were only translating, oh, I'm sure you didn't write this, oh, this, that, and this. But and then it was like, it's on me. I would actually write things down on the keyboard, my hands, my ideas, my thoughts, all in Arabic. But furthermore, my bigger point is you have nothing to prove to anyone but yourself. I know it may be hard. You may be working with people who bully you. Oh, ha ha ha, you can't speak Arabic. Okay. So what? It shouldn't affect you, the person who's making fun of you. You just focus on you and whatever makes you happy. As usual, if there are any comments, questions, or concerns, you can always find me at Khaliji Girl on Instagram. Primarily, I use all of the social media networks, but I enjoy using Instagram the most. And stay tuned for a few more updates coming soon to Khaliji Girl. Until next time.